but reality is an excerpt on television. Why is we Americans?
This work is called America, and it is my first time really experimenting with three-dimensional space. So much of the spirit of this piece is about disrupting the symbols and the iconography around how America is defined. There's a practical reason for why these are four intersecting flags and why it is 360 degrees. And for me, that is to try to mimic and illustrate the way in which history is made and understood, which is that you have a sort of apparent past, you have an apparent present, and you have an apparent future. But all of these things can be collapsed and ultimately are sort of understood as one thing within our mind's eye. I'm also asking people to consider the fact that Black history cannot be separated from American history and vice versa. How can we insert ourselves into that history? How can we disrupt the algorithm and language that exists around America, even as a phrase, as a word? And how can images ultimately end up serving as memories that live inside of us? I think it's important when people move through the space that they make connections that are wholly theirs, that are based on their own curiosity, based on how they move through the space, based on their own height and proximity to these overlapping histories. The symbols that we create, the images that we create and facilitate that are brought into the world can disrupt new definitions of what American is, of what America is, of what wholesomeness is. I also hope that they can take with them beautiful images that will last inside of them for long periods of time, and that those images might eventually become fact, become new ways of remembering ourselves and our country.